Welcome to In Pursuit with Pastor Bill.
Hey, I'm just a simple guy in pursuit of knowledge, wisdom, understanding, wild game, fish that swim under the ice, tender smoked meat, tasty grilled meat, and Denise.
In this hour, we are going to be talking about all of that and a whole lot more. Bill has been with Maranatha since 2005 and the campus pastor at Maranatha Chisago Lakes campus since 2011. Come along and join In Pursuit.
Well, good afternoon. Here we go. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Let's see. Let's get rolling. Who's here today? My name is Bill.
My name is Denise.
Hi, my name is Shane.
Who else is sitting over there on the other side of that glass?
Hi, I'm Alice.
It took a minute. That's awesome.
She has no mic. She had to run to the mic.
Yeah, she had to move. That's great. Well, it's good to be here.
Yes.
I look forward to it each week to just spend a little time, and I still think that it's just fun to come sit in this booth and do this. So, thank you guys for being here, for helping out. What's new, Denise? Anything?
Not a whole lot new. I mean, our life is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No good news is good
No
news.
good news is good, says Gary Gnews.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So not
What
a whole
about
lot
your
new.
garden?
Oh, yeah. So I've actually gotten vegetables from my garden this year.
Which is very fun.
Yeah, not a whole bunch, but we've gotten some zucchini. We've gotten some kohlrabi. And then the potatoes are growing. You know, we haven't collected them yet. And then I did buy some crowns for asparagus, and I planted those, and we got about a 20% yield from that.
So far, yeah.
Of all the ones we planted, we got some little sprigs growing up. You can't harvest them for like 3 years, but
Yeah.
at least there's some growing because we love asparagus.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been fun
It's been fun.
doing the garden a little
Yeah.
different this year.
No tomatoes, no squash, no cucumbers yet,
Yet.
or peppers yet.
Yeah.
So,
I'm very excited to dig up the potatoes.
yeah, I overplanted in our box. Last year we planted a potato in our box, one wrinkly potato, and we got a lot of potatoes from that in our box.
Yeah.
What do we call that again?
Raised bed.
A raised bed on the deck, yeah. And so I planted way too many in the raised bed, and so they're like 6 inches tall,
Yeah.
maybe 4 inches tall, and the ones out in the garden with lots of room are 36
Yeah.
inches tall.
They're huge.
They're
The
huge
plants
plants,
are-
yeah. They're tall, and so I'm like, ugh, I might have planted too many of those in that box, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm still learning.
Yeah, it's fun. The potato thing, Shane, is fun.
It is.
Like when last year was the first time doing this, for me anyway, we put those potatoes in the raised bed, and then in the fall, not expecting anything, just start kind of digging around. I was giddy because they're under the ground. You don't have any idea.
You have
Really?
no idea
Yeah.
how you're doing.
It's not like the
Oh.
zucchini. You walk out and you see, here's one that's 3 inches or 7 inches or whatever.
Yeah.
This is like, you don't know. You see a plant above ground, but the potatoes, they grow under the ground. And so you don't know until you start digging. So last year it was like we must have got a couple dozen out of those 4, like one potato
That it cut into 4 pieces.
cut into
yeah.
a quarter, and you just start. It's like there's another. I mean, it was really
Yeah.
crazy.
That's cool.
That
And
was
potato
cool.
is the most versatile, unbelievable thing. Like,
It's so tasty.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
you turn that one thing into so many different amazing things.
And these
Soups.
potatoes were delicious.
Soups, side dishes, main dish. I mean, potatoes are amazing.
Mashed.
Mashed, yeah.
But yeah, so potatoes are very fun. I'm excited about the potatoes.
I sure hope we get some.
Yeah.
And I hope that nothing underneath the ground eats the potatoes.
Yeah.
Because, in the box, nothing ate the potatoes.
Right.
And then I overplanted in the box, so we might not get any potatoes from the box, which is sad.
Well, we'll see. It'll
Yeah.
be fun. Oh, and a sad thing that I just
What?
remembered.
What? Oh,
We
yeah,
lost 2 chickens.
Mhm.
We did.
Yeah. Sunday night we got home, go to put them away, and we're missing 2. It was 2 of the older ones, like year plus old, and gone.
They're just gone.
Yeah, like the last one that died was just in the chicken coop, and the one before that a hawk got, and I found the carcass, but these 2 are just, I found like a little puff of feathers in the backyard, but otherwise just
Gone.
gone. Yeah. So, yeah, kind of sad.
And the other ones aren't even stressed. Like,
Yeah.
they aren't molting or,
They're fine.
yeah. So it's like they
What
saw
in the
the
heck
attack and
happened?
the death of their compadres, and they're just fine with it.
They just got that. Well, that wasn't me.
More for me.
Exactly. Yeah.
More treats for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's kind of sad, though.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, as always, hey, if you're out there and you're listening, please let us know. Send us a text. We would love to know that you're here. And as far as meat this week, we're going to kind of get through this quick and start talking about our topic.
Oh, Chris is listening.
Chris, well, I was just going
Wow.
to start talking about you.
Isn't that amazing?
When Chris and Mark came to our church a month or two ago, they were very generous. They brought us a couple T-bones from the beef that they raise over there in Wisconsin. And so we smoked them yesterday or the day before? Day before yesterday.
Tuesday, yeah.
We smoked them again. Smoked them at about 135, 136, seared them for 10 or so minutes and ate them. And they were really, really good, Chris.
My word.
Yeah, that's good meat.
You all know how to raise beef,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Shane too that one of the two we made, one of them still had the tenderloin, right, on
Yeah.
the side of the steak. And I'm telling you what,
Oh my God.
that piece of meat, like I was telling Shane, I said I'd pay a lot of money for an entire tenderloin like that. Could you imagine that?
I
A
can't.
beef tenderloin?
It'd be like $16,000. That was so good.
We can all chip in.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm not kidding.
you buy Shane. If you buy that, I'll smoke it for you. But seriously, it was like it just melt in your mouth, kind of. Oh, it was so good. Yeah, but that the whole steak, both of them, they were very, very delicious. So
tasty.
thank you very much.
Flavorful meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
And all
so
we
good.
put was salt and pepper on them,
Yep,
and then sear them in butter, let them rest, and yeah, it's out of this world.
yep. They know
Yeah.
how to make good cows in Wisconsin.
Yeah, so thank you, Chris, for that.
Yeah.
And then I had mentioned last week when we were here that we were going to a women's event last Thursday night,
Oh, yeah.
and Megan and Johnny were hosting it, and they smoked a couple of different things. So they smoked some ribs for us, which were delicious,
Yes.
and then they made something strange as heck, but out of this world.
His head almost exploded.
He was like, "What
two
is
of his
this?"
favorite things in the world.
Wrapped together in the smoker. Reese's peanut butter cups wrapped in bacon and then put in the smoker. Like, I can't even tell you.
Yeah.
I gotta try some of them and bring them to you. Because
Yeah.
Shane, I think you'd love them.
I guarantee you I would love that. It sounds amazing.
It is. It was just crazy. I'll have to talk to those two again and find out exactly what they did so that we can learn from their mistakes.
Yeah.
But yeah, you pop that whole thing in your mouth and it was just like,
Sounds so good.
yeah. Like I don't even know how to explain it other than two of the best things God ever created. Reese's peanut butter cups and bacon.
In the smoker.
Wrapped together and put in a smoker. So yeah, Megan is here. Megan, we're talking about all that delicious food you guys made
Heather's
last
here.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Heather, how you
Heather's
doing?
here.
Good to have you here. What else did you say?
No, just Heather's here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it's been an interesting, a pretty interesting week of meat. We're probably looking at sometime next couple week doing some more pork, doing some pork.
Pork.
Yeah, so I'm excited about
Polk.
that.
Polk.
A little bit of polk. But definitely we got to pick up some Reese's and bacon and try
Yeah.
that
Yep.
when we fire the smoker up the next time.
Yeah.
I wish we would have had those on hand. We could have made those while we were making the steaks because it
Oh,
would have been
that would have
perfect.
been fun.
Yeah. But
Shoot.
Yeah.
I think every Reese's peanut butter cup in our house has been eaten by someone, though.
yeah, it has.
Yeah.
They're gone. they don't last long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen.
I just keep a bag in the pantry. You need one. Every once in a while,
Every
you
once
just
in a
need a
while.
little treat.
You do, yeah. You do. It's a good little treat. So I want to kind of get into our topic. I don't know. It's not like it's a super heavy topic or anything like that, but I just to have some time to talk about it and expound on a few of the different things, and because I think it's important. So what I want to talk about today is being in pursuit of trust. And the reason this is stirring in me, honestly, it's just from the last few days even, of talking with different people. And then last night, we had an amazing testimony and message and worship at the Chisago campus, which is what we're doing all summer long, is just having every Wednesday different people share testimonies of hope. And last night was a very, very powerful message. And as part of it had to do with situations from many years ago that had to do with trust or creating distrust, and how that affected this person's life and their growth, their faith. I mean, it was like it really affected a lot of areas of her life. And I mean, this young lady shared this message wonderfully and transparently. I mean, it was really, really well done, in my opinion.
It was, yeah, very moving.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so there was that, and then conversations recently, just meeting with different people, and how trust affects so much. And so this thought was in my head. I woke up this morning and thinking about coming in here, and just started making some notes about trust and what trust can do and how trust affects us. So again, it just stems from these recent testimonies, and I know for you and I, I'll just speak for me personally. So I know over the course of my life and, my childhood and adult life, there's been times where I have broken people's trust in me, and there's been times where people have broken my trust in them. And now you get to be, my age, I'm in my 50s, and you can see how these different circumstances really do they mold and they shape and they affect your life moving forward, right?
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And so I just think it's an interesting topic, not like we're going to have, solutions or answers or anything like that, but I think it's an interesting thing just to talk about.
Yeah, it is. When you were talking about that, it made me think, when you're younger and all these things happen, it's devastating. And then that you've devastated people too. I mean, very seldom do people get to their 50s and realize they've never broken someone's trust, or
Right.
that they haven't had trust broken
Right.
for them.
Yeah.
And so you realize that, and yet I'm sitting here knowing all of the stuff that's happened, and at a point in my life where we're very good, like our marriage relationship is very good, and so I don't worry about that so much as like when you're younger.
Yeah.
But then all of these things that come, the word that came to me was, I trust in your unfailing love. I trust in the Lord, and when you have that, everything else is bounced off of that. You know what I mean? I still have trouble with trusting people,
Yeah.
because people can be pretty cruel.
Yeah.
But all of that, even, I trust in your unfailing love. I'm never alone because God is always with me. And trust is it's so much better a word to me now that I'm older.
Yeah, I'm following you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Not that I don't ever have issues with it,
With trust.
but trust is such a better word to me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wrote, one of the things I wrote down here that you kind of, bring us right into is,
Uh-oh.
well, it has to, like, when you bring up trusting in God.
Yeah.
And I think that, and this is just a blanket statement of thought. This isn't based on statistics or anything like that. Maybe it's now that I, talking with people for a few years, different circumstances. But I think a lot of times what I find is when people say that they don't trust God, they don't trust in God, and in some cases even they don't believe in God, what I seem to be finding out through these many, many conversations is typically if someone says they don't trust God, that usually they have a false idea of God, of who God is,
Yes, yeah.
of what the Bible says, of His promises, and it's that false idea that now makes it seem like, well, you're not who I thought you were,
So I can't trust you.
so I can't trust you. But the who I thought you were wasn't accurate.
Yeah, that's
you
where
guys
the
follow
breakdown
me?
is. Yep.
Yeah. And so it's like when you said, I trust in your unfailing love. Well, God's unfailing love is not a promise that every day of life is going to be easy. It's not a promise that any day of life is going to be easy.
Right.
That's not what God's unfailing love is all about, right?
Right.
But when we have that idea of God of, well, you're supposed to fix this. You're supposed to make this go away. You're supposed to heal this. You're supposed to, it's like,
And I asked you to do this, and you were going to take care of this for me, and
Yeah.
you didn't.
Yeah.
And
So you don't love me.
this situation was unfair, and you
Yeah.
never intervened. And
Yeah. And so now we create this, so how do I trust you? But that, again, that comes from a misunderstanding or I think, unfortunately, being misled in who God is. Like I say it like this, like there's a lot of people out there that have been sold a false bill of goods about who God is,
right.
you know, and the reality of who he is. It's just like, I love my girls. I mean, I love them. I don't know
Yes.
how else to say it.
You do, yeah, you do.
I do. I love them. But their life is still difficult. Their work is still a struggle. Emma's getting married in a year. Well, life's going to be hard when they have kids. I mean, there's a gazillion different things. Life is going to be hard. That doesn't in any way change the love that I have for them as a dad. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I think sometimes we look to God and we think, well, yeah, but you're God, so if I say I believe in you and I'm going to follow you, it should be
Smooth sailing.
smooth sailing.
Well, and I don't know any families like this, but to me, if you see the kid that gets every single thing that they think that they want and that they need, and the parents get it for them, that child typically, like if you see on TV, that child is not appreciative of anything, is kind of not a well-rounded, very respectful person, versus somebody whose parents are giving them what they need when they need it, and providing that love and that nature and that care for them. So it's like, for me, when I picture that, if we were to get every single thing that we ever wanted, this society would just turn crazy, because we ask for the wrong things. Our hearts, right, are so deceitful, and if we got what we wanted, it's not right. So God needs to tell us, no, I know you want that, but
If I got everything I wanted, there'd be a lot of dead people.
that's what I mean.
Where's that erase button?
Oh, push the red button quick, Shane.
So the problem being that people are looking at God as being a relationship that we have with one another, where you're just waiting for inevitably this person's going to break my trust, or you're relating it that way, instead of being like, this person is so far outside of my understanding,
Right.
but that's why he gives you those nuggets. I am so far outside your understanding. That's why these nuggets for you are just trust me.
Yeah.
Love me. I love you, and just put your hope, your trust, and your faith in me, and that's all you need to worry about.
Right,
because
right.
you don't need to think about all these things. I got your back. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned our society, it would turn into a society that's crazy. I think that's part of why our society is as crazy as it is because we do think we deserve everything we want. And like Denise so eloquently talked about, if she got everything she wanted. But it's true, because the heart of man is deceitfully wicked.
Yeah.
If it's up to me, who gets healed and who doesn't, and who gets saved and who doesn't, and who gets what and who doesn't. And not only that, but if you think of parenting, this could go down a road, but it's like the kid has no idea what they need. Mm-hmm. They have no idea that at 12 years old, no, you can't have my glass of wine. No, you can't have my cigarettes. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't drive the car. No, you're not going to stay up all night. No, you can't eat all that sugar. Like there is a no that to the kid is like, well, you don't love me, right? How many times as parents do you hear that? You hate me.
Right.
Yeah. Because you can't have 10 bowls of ice cream at 11 p.m. on a school night. I hate you.
Right.
It's because I'm going to be up at 3 a.m. with you when you're sick.
Right.
That's why I'm saying no.
Well, and it's funny, not to detract, but like just this weekend I was talking to Ethan about trust.
Ethan being your son.
Ethan being my youngest son, yeah.
Yep.
And it was just the fact of, the best thing about trust is right now it's at 100%, and that's how it starts off. I trust you 100% because he gets to drive to my house, he gets to drive to Buddy's house, right? Like, I'm not helicoptering. I trust that he's going to go from my house to his buddy's house, and it's like, because I trust you 100% as of right now. But the downside about trust is, as soon as you break it, it's really hard to build that back up again.
Yeah.
And I was like, so take advantage of the fact. I'm telling you right now, 100% trust.
Yeah.
Be open and honest, and that will never change.
Yeah, and that kind of, so you guys are great, because neither one of you have seen this, what I have typed out here. The next thing on my notes underneath distrusting God is this: there's different kinds of people when it comes to trust. And I heard this articulated years ago, and I don't remember who, but it's like there are people who, it doesn't matter who you meet, your son, you start dating, christianmingle.com, Shane, but like a friend, you meet somebody that's somewhat, whatever it is, it's like immediately you trust that person, and you're going to trust that person until they give you reason not to trust them, right? Just exactly what you were talking about with Ethan. And I think as a parent especially, to me, that's a great way to do it. Yeah, I trust you. If you blow it, this is an expensive thing, But then a different kind of person is the exact opposite of that, where it's like you meet somebody new, you're skeptical, you're doubting, you don't trust these people until they've proven that you can trust them. Do you see what I mean? The contrast in the two?
Yeah.
I do.
And maybe just to listeners, even you guys, like to think about, okay, so which one of those are you? Which category would you fall into in generalities? I think maybe I can be naive, or maybe I think there's good in the world. I think I tend to be more of, I'm not an overly trusting person, but if I meet somebody and they're telling me something, I'm typically going to just believe what they say. I'm going to trust these people. And then again, here's the opportunity to blow my trust. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, how about you guys?
It's kind of a personal question.
Okay, forget it.
Well, no, that's what I was
okay.
going to say. Like, for me, I am honestly that way. I'm very trusting of anybody I come across,
Yeah.
but I am the exact opposite. Because of that, if you break it, I'm like almost devastated to the point of like,
Yeah.
I thought I could trust you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, and it didn't happen. And now every time I look at that same person, I always have something in the back of my head that's like, well,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard in that regard
It
to
is.
be trusting in that way, and then to be so flip-sided,
Yeah.
to just be like, I can't believe you did that.
Yeah.
And then the trust, it just takes, I don't know how long, because I think in the back of my mind, it's always still kind of lingering there.
Like, I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always that doubt because of that one time, regardless of how long ago it was. There's
Yeah.
always going to be that little shred of doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm a person that doesn't trust readily.
Yeah.
I think I go into most situations guarded, but I don't think I've always been that way. Like friendships,
Yeah.
like building friendships. I'll start a friendship with you, but I won't trust you until we've been friends for
you're
quite a while.
You're a step in the direction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because of my experience.
You're
Yeah.
the crock pot. That fits.
Yep.
It's true.
It does. You're right. Sure.
Yeah.
I wonder, do you, and again, you guys, I don't know anything. I really don't. But I wonder if there is a male-female component to this, a natural, God-given, like, protection instinct that would create a male-female difference with something like this. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I don't
That
know.
would actually make more sense. I mean, if somebody was physically capable of fending off somebody, you could just go ahead and trust them, because it's kind of like, what's the worst case? I feel
Yeah.
like I could still take them if it came down to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Versus the other way, you want to be very guarded,
Yeah.
because you never know what that person could potentially want to do.
Yeah. And emotionally,
Yeah.
there's there's a lot of different components, but I just wonder. That's all.
Well,
I
that's a good thought. I don't know if there's any meat to it.
I don't either.
Let's just like getting into a dark car. Like when you and I first got married, it was like, you gotta stop turning off the overhead light in the car.
Yeah. It would just
like,
drive me crazy, so I'd flip the switch so when you open the
off.
door, the light doesn't come on.
And he looked at me like, why?
Because I'm afraid. Here's the deal. Let me defend
you can defend.
you.
Absolutely, it's
But
defendable.
here's my point: is like, because I'm afraid the battery's going to go dead, and there's 3 different positions on this little switch, and if it's in the wrong one, the light gets left on, and then your battery goes dead. So my solution is, we don't need no stinking light.
Oh, yeah, I don't have lights.
Shut this thing off until.
And
it
then I was like, you got to stop
explained to me.
turning off that dome light, because when I get in the car, if the car doesn't light up, I'm afraid to get in the car because there might be somebody in the car. And like as a woman, when you open the car door, you always look back. You just do a glance back into your car to make sure nobody's in there, and then you get in the car.
Yeah.
And if the light isn't on, it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's a little bit alarming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a trust. You guys can just get in the car and no light, no nothing, just get in the car and start driving. So what if somebody attacks me from behind for whatever reason you're not afraid?
They're going to regret it.
Yeah, they attack me. We're going in the ditch. We're hitting the tree. I got an airbag.
Yep.
You're going through the windshield.
But I'd rather not. So
There's the wisdom.
I'd like
of a
the
brain
light on
compared to a
before I
man.
get in the car.
Yeah.
That's why we die sooner.
It is. Yeah. That and 4 ladders stacked on each
Right,
other. Yeah. It is. It is very, very interesting, I think, to kind of when you understand. So this is the way I think is like, the more I understand how I work and how I think and why I think that way, if the way I think is off, I'm more apt to be able to straighten out my thinking if I understand why I think that way.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And for you as my wife, like being in pursuit of Denise, well, the more I understand how you think of things and situations and why you think of them, especially coming together later in life, like we've talked about in previous episodes, we bring baggage. And that's all part of, do I trust quickly? Do I trust slowly? Do I trust at all? All of that is what makes us who we are today.
Right.
And so understanding the way we think and all that is valuable. So I'm excited to continue this conversation with you guys. Thank you for chatting. But what we're going to get into is this. What is trust built on? What degrades trust? When is trust really needed? All of these things. And we're not going to rush through it. It might continue on to next week, but we'll just see how it goes. But right now, we are at the point of the show where we take our bottom of the hour break right after we enjoy our word of the week.
Word of the week. This is the part of the show where Denise and Bill learn new words in pursuit of knowledge and understanding of the English language, and so they can sound smarter.
I'm a little bit excited about this word today.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's hard to say, but I'm going to do it. So the reason I picked this word is due to the fact that my sweet, almost 16-year-old friend Molly asked me to use this word for Word of the Week.
Oh.
Because apparently it's one of her favorite words, and she uses it incessantly at home. Even while she was asking me to use it for this show, she used it like 4 times in the ensuing conversation.
Wow.
Like, yes.
She's a big word kid.
She's a big word kid.
Do you know what Molly knows how to do?
What does Molly
She
know
knows how to do the Top Gun high five.
Really?
Yep.
Good on you,
They were
man.
leaving church last night, and Wyatt did it,
Yeah.
and Jordan did it, and then Molly did it and nailed it. The Top Gun high five is where you do a high five, and then you swing your arm down, and then you five down as well.
Oh, okay.
And Molly nailed it, and Heather was right behind. She's like, I'm not doing that. Because she didn't want to screw it up.
Yep. I totally get that. I would say, oh, good job. I'm not going to try.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, here's our word. Indubitably. 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 Yes, I'm saying that correctly. So the definition of indubitably is undoubtedly. Indubitable is unquestionable, not capable of being challenged or proved wrong. Too evident to be doubted. The indubitable fact that there are no more woolly mammoths or saber-toothed tigers around. Kind of a fun word to say, wouldn't you say, Bill?
Indubitably.
Indubitably. Do you like it?
I just like it.
Do you like it?
Indubitably.
Indubitably. So we know that if we don't use our new word, we will lose our new word. So I hope you approve of this sentence because I kind of made some assumptions with this one. Here's our sentence.
Wait a minute. Do I trust this or not?
Absolutely. You're good. You're totally good. Bill and I agree. That's the part I'm hoping you're. I'm hoping you're in on this one. Bill and I agree that if Molly continues to overuse the word indubitably in her home, her mother will indubitably go stark raving mad, which may be deleterious to their relationship and her mother's magnanimous parenting style.
I love it.
Did you like my sentence?
Nicely done.
I know. There's several words of the week. in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. That's
If you
a
don't-
sentence that you could ruminate on.
Ooh,
Yeah,
my
it's a little
word.
ostentatious, but still wonderful.
I love it. So many new words in our vocabulary. Well, that's our word of the week.
You're listening to In Pursuit with me, Pastor Bill, a production of WAJC, Your Life Radio on 88.1 and 91.7 FM. WAJC is owned and operated by Maranatha Assembly of God in Forest Lake, Minnesota. If you would like to visit Maranatha Chisago Lakes campus, we have 4 weekend services to choose from. Visit maranathachisago.org to learn more and to check out some past messages. And we're back. That was great, honey. Nice job.
Yeah, thanks.
I love it. We used
Fun.
a lot of words right there.
We did.
That's very cool.
Indubitably our favorite part.
Absolutely.
Of this radio show.
Yeah, it is. Hey,
Not really.
Some quick things if you're listening. I always want to encourage you to check out the websites for Maranatha. The Forest Lake campus is realchurch.org. The Chisago campus is maranathachisago.org. .com or .church, any of the
All
above.
3 of them, yeah.
Yeah, bring you to the same place. And I would encourage you with the busy summer and all of the stuff coming up to check out Wednesday nights at either campus. The Forest Lake campus, Pastors Orlean, Robin, and Michelle are in the auditorium with an adult series called Scandalous, Jesus and the Stories He Told. You can check that out while the kids go into all the kids ministry options. And at our Chisago campus on Wednesday nights, we have our testimonies. And again, the summer continues with some great personal testimonies from a variety of different people.
They're so good.
And they're very, very powerful.
Yeah, they're so good.
Transparent. These people are putting in a lot of work. There's a time of worship. And so both campuses' Wednesday night programming is at 6:30. And there's cool stuff coming up. We have Kichi Saga Days coming up. Both campuses will be at the State Fair on August 30th. The Forest Lake campus has the car show and tire burnout coming up. So check out all that good stuff. Even if you listen on podcast, go to our websites and you can check out everything that's happening. And trust us, it is good stuff.
Yeah, but so both campuses will be at the fair on August 31st.
Well, I'm sorry, what did I say?
30th.
Oh,
That's okay. I
yep.
just needed to do a little correct.
Good. Thank you
Yep.
for doing that. I trust that you always have my back.
I do.
All right, so we're going to continue this conversation. So here's a question I have for you. What is trust built on? If you just ruminate on that for a minute, what is trust built on? For me, and obviously I've been thinking about this this morning, but I think, like, if you're a building person, for me, track record is important. Like consistency, history, like I think that's an important part of building trust, that consistency. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whether it's behavior or somebody being present, somebody showing up when they say they're going to show up, that consistency, that track record becomes a very important thing,
Right.
you know?
When you first asked the question, my thought was time. That was the first word that popped.
Oh,
Trust
okay.
is built on time. Like the same thing, proving that you're trustworthy.
Yeah.
But then there are times where you just say, you know what, I have to trust this
Yeah.
because I don't have any other option. And then it's not built on time. It's just kind of built on necessity.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
just going to trust that this is going to work.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's just situational.
Situational.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
What
overall.
do you think?
For me, it's mutually agreed upon to be there for that person when you're needed, because that's what, to me, because, you know, if you're coming over because I rented a movie and I'm making popcorn and doing all this other stuff, you're just coming over to hang out, whatever, that's not trust involved. But like, if I need you because now my car just blew a tire and I need a ride or something,
Yeah.
who is that person that I trust the most? That's the person I'm calling, kind of a thing, because I
Yeah.
mutually agreed upon. If I know you're going to show up for me, don't worry about it, because if you need me, I'm also going to show up for you. And that's the same, that it goes back and forth. And then that also means then if I'm calling you and then I'm asking specifically, I need you because this is the situation, and you can't, depending on the reason, that then therefore the trust may or may not be broken. But
Yeah.
it's more of that understanding that relationship, because again, I start off 100% I trust you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just like, but because that's on me, I'm trusting that, you know, whatever you need, I'm going to help you out with. And so
Reciprocal.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Another thing I wrote down is evidence. I'm a big evidence person.
Yeah.
You know, somebody's the evidence of like, are you who you say you are? does what you say line up with what you do? So the evidence, the actions, like where's the fruit? John the Baptist to the Pharisees, show fruit in accordance with repentance. You know, where's the fruit? Your faith without works is dead. Show, you know, like it's fruit related. To me, that's the evidence. That's the actions of, am I trustworthy? Am I consistent? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's built on that. There's something there.
Like you don't have to necessarily have, I'm trying to just put this into words in my head. Like you don't have to have actual personal interactions with someone, but you watch them and you see that they are who they say they are in situations. So then you would trust them.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Like even if it may or may not even have to do with me directly. You know what I mean? Like you, I see a consistency in your behavior with our coworkers, a consistency in your behavior with people at our church, with our kids, with the grandkids. Like there is a consistency of your personality and your heart and your desire for God and your love for people. There's an evidence, there is fruit in your life. Like this is who you are. So to me, that builds a trust that this is who I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just my thoughts anyway. But then there's also the follow through and the do what you say. Mm-hmm. A close friend of ours has said years ago, don't be an Amadou.
Amadou.
I'ma do this, I'ma do that, and then to not do any of it.
Yeah.
Like,
don't be an Amadou.
Yeah, don't be an Amadou. Like to do what you say. You know, so again, that just think about, even as individuals, what is that trust built on? Or Shane, like in your case, like what does it take to rebuild broken trust?
Well, Andy even got me thinking about, like, so if I'm just openly trusting people, like, what is that built on? Like, why do I even do that? So then I started thinking, like, even going deeper, because, you know, when you're talking about, obviously, God, right? Well, then I guess to me, I have a basic understanding that all morals are written on everybody's heart in the entire world. It doesn't matter where you live. If you live on an isolated island in the middle of the Pacific Island, you still know that it's not okay for you to lie to somebody, for you to steal from them, for you to you murder them. Like, you still know all of these things because it's built into you. That's your moral code, whether people believe it or not. So it's like maybe that's where, like, mine starts from, as I just kind of look at somebody as being like, your moral code is the same as mine, so I should be able to trust you.
Sure. Yeah.
So then it's like, so then I guess that even to me, then how do you build that back up? And I'm like, I guess then I don't even know you anymore, kind of a thing, because I thought of you as the same as me, having this moral code. You broke it. Now how do I adjust? How do I build that up? And I think that's what you guys are talking about for me, and it's helping me, because then it's about time, and it's about everything that you guys were talking about, how to actually build that now.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Absolutely it does. Yeah. So here's another one, and they're pretty superficial, I think, questions. They're just surfacey, but at the same time, I think it's interesting to think about in my simple mind. What degrades trust, or what causes trust to be broken, or what? And I know on the simple, it's like, well, duh, that's easy, but again, like, what? Maybe not to even be broken, but what makes you hesitant? What put little cracks? Something that makes you say, okay, I think I trust you. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's not always just a black and white, but sometimes for some people there's a gray. Maybe it's even like, okay, I'm going to trust you in this situation, but like I'm never going to invite you to our house. Like I'm never going to borrow you anything.
I had a lot of friends like that situationally, trusting, absolutely. That it's like, I could invite them to certain places, but there's no way I would ever invite them to other places or be around other people. And that's even a giveaway, too, is that people are acting different around different people, too. So if you notice that, because obviously they're not doing it with you, but that's something for me, like you said, like a crack in it. It's like if I look over and you're acting totally different with somebody else, and it's like, wait a minute then. Yeah. Who are you fake with then? Is it me or is it them? Or?
Right, yeah. It's a good way to look at it.
Well, this is ridiculous.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, like I was going to make a better choice in my life, you know, like make a decision, like this is not what I was going to decide. But let's say I was going to get up and run 5 miles every morning. And I decided I was going to do that.
Terrible idea, by the way.
I used to run.
Yeah.
And I was going to make this better choice. And do you remember this last week? I was like, I don't even want to tell you I'm going to do it, because then if I don't follow through, you're going to think I'm not following through, that I lack this, I have a character flaw.
Oh, yeah.
So if I have a little bit of grace in that area, it's like, okay, sometimes life is hard to make better.
Yeah. Well, and that there too, I mean, that should be part of this conversation too, is it's like, I don't, like coworkers, spouse, kids, I don't want, like, I'm not perfect. I am an imperfect person that is going to make mistakes. And so somewhere in there has to be grace of like something like that. I forgot about that. Like there's, but I think part of that is like that's not a character hit because of who you are as a whole. Do you know what I mean? You do follow through with what you say. You do have love and care and compassion. And when you make a mistake, you're the first to apologize or own up to it or want to make it right. It's like, here's the whole picture of who you are. And I think that's where, when there's the little things that happen, it doesn't totally just pull the bottom out from under a relationship or trust. But what's the evidence? What are the actions? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think it's always just black and white. I can or I can't. Now you're a liar because of that.
Right.
No, it has to be put in the context of the big picture of who somebody is.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, and it's as things build too. Again, over that same time, because if you repeatedly every month were like, "Hey, I'm going to do this," and then you didn't, and then next month you said it, and then next month, there's a difference there too, where
right. Now you're an Amadou.
Yeah.
Right.
And the words become like empty, and that's another thing I have. What degrades trust? Empty words.
Yeah.
I think I was a person, because I always wanted to just say what people wanted to hear in a situation, I think just appeasing or pleasing. I think my life was filled with, like, I was probably degrading people's trust in me, because I would overpromise, I would underdeliver, I would say what needed to be said in a moment instead of speaking truth. And so pretty soon, in a lot of areas in my life, I think it was just empty words of, yeah, I'll do that, or I'll change this, or whatever. Well, pretty soon the words become meaningless. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So that's kind of, I think, like what you were just alluding to is like that, like when words just become empty, it's like, oh, okay. I don't know.
And that was my biggest parenting pet peeve too, was for me, I honestly would pride myself on the fact if I say something once, because it was like you said, you have to follow through with what you said and be aware of what you're saying. I would never say don't do that, or we're not going to Disney World, for example, right? Because that's not something you're depriving yourself, and are you really going to do that? No. But I'd make sure if I'm saying a punishment, it was going to be for sure something I could follow up on,
right.
And it's that same thing, or when you're out there and you say something and the kid hears you and then they're just not responding, and then you have to say it over and over again, they still just don't respond. But on the flip side, they will hold you to what you said.
Yeah.
So if you told them, for instance, that they can have something at a certain time, they're going to show up at that certain time, and they're going to hold you to what you said at that time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's interesting. Were you going to add something?
No.
Okay.
Just so many aspects to this that it can start making my head spin.
Yeah.
There's thoughts swimming around.
Yeah. Well, and that's, again, I think that it's, some people, I think the pendulum swings too far to the side of, oh, I understand, and they're going to have grace, and it's okay, to the point where you become a doormat. And there's other people, the pendulum swings too far to the other side, where there is zero grace, and how dare you not follow through on what you said?
Forgetting that they've done that before.
Exactly, yeah.
All of us have
we
messed
all
up.
make mistakes, and that's what I guess I mean by, okay, again, it's the pendulum of we can't just always justify mistakes by saying we all make mistakes. We don't become a doormat because we say, well, we all make mistakes, even though we all make mistakes. I think we should all have people in our lives, and obviously the Lord, that is helping us navigate the mistakes so we're not making the same mistakes over and over again.
Yeah, to do better next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, the disappointment that we feel when trust is broken should make us not want to do that to someone else.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
the pain and the sorrow that we feel when someone breaks our trust.
Yeah.
It's, we should never want to do that to somebody else.
Right, yeah. Which should motivate us to, like you were saying with the kids, on a broader scale with everybody, is like, don't overpromise. Don't use empty words. Like to really take that as something like this matters. Ecclesiastes 7:1, a good name is better than fine perfume, better than great wealth. Well, that good name, like my name, I'm hoping that it's being built back, but for many years, I diminished the value of a name and became untrustworthy and became a liar and became a thief and all of those things. And now it does take a lot of years to build that back up, and so all of that is who do you want to be and what do you want to be known for, and
Right.
In that process too, I think one of the hard parts is opening yourself up to the convicting spirit, to feel that pain, but then not ignore it, but understand where that's coming from and what he's trying to work in you.
Yeah.
When you're hearing something and it's convicting you, then you have to work through that, own that, apologize for it, and then try and work through whatever that situation is. Because again, some people just won't even open themselves up to that part of it.
Right,
They hear it and then they're like, nope, and they'll shut themselves down.
Right. Yeah. That the relationship with the Lord to do that, and then having people in your lives that's going to hold you accountable and bring about that change. So lack of action, disrespect, these are all the things that degrade trust. So when, in the last couple minutes, you kind of alluded to this a little bit earlier, but when I think of trust, I think trust is needed when times are difficult. So the question is, when is trust really needed? Now the answer is always. But when life is good, you're really not thinking, do I trust this person? But when it's difficult, that's when it's like to know, like when I said, you have my back. Like to trust. If I'm in a situation, to trust that I have people that I might need some correction, but in this moment, they're going to be there for me. They're not just going to let me fall and be attacked. And you know what I mean? That's when that trust really comes in. Like you're saying, Shane, when your car breaks down, when there's a flat tire and you're in need, who are you going to call? And that's where the trust comes in. And I immediately have the picture when my girls were little, my mom and dad had a pool, and I would just take them, and I was stronger then, but I would throw them up in the air.
They were smaller then.
They were smaller and I was bigger. It was a good combination. And I would throw them up in the air and I would catch them. And one of the things is, when they first start doing it, honey, just trust me. Honey, it's okay, just trust me. Or they're standing on the edge of the deck and they they go to jump like 4 or 5 feet. And don't worry, I'll catch you, just trust me. I won't let you go under. I won't let you drown. Just trust me. And so that's a little picture of, I think, life and the kind of trust that we want to have. Like when you have that child of yours that's jumping from the top step of the playset and they trust you're going to catch them. Like that's trust, because if you say, this will be funny, and you step out of the way, that trust now is damaged, And so when is trust really needed, and why is it so important? I think it's so important because of when it's really needed, which is when life gets really hard.
Right.
Like when you're walking on the thin ice and someone says, it's okay, trust me, it'll hold you. Trust me, you can do this. Trust me, I'll be there. Trust me, I got you. But that's the time when we really notice if there is trust or if there is a lack of trust.
Yeah, I would agree with that. During the most harrowing parts of life.
Yeah.
That's when you know if you can trust somebody.
Yeah, and
That's also the biggest pain when you can't.
It is, and that's because that's when you realize it.
Yeah, in
You
a
know.
terrible time of life, you need to be able to trust somebody, and then you can't. That's a double blow.
It
It's
is,
a
yeah.
double blow.
And that's probably why in those times it's so hard for it to come back.
Yeah,
Because when I needed you the most, you turned away from me, and that gets to be a difficult thing. And when I
Yeah.
think of God's unfailing love, God may not approve of every decision we make, but I know for sure that whatever we go through, wherever we find ourselves, He does love us, and He's right there with us. And that is something that I trust in. To those of you that listen now or listen later, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I hope this inspires some thought. God bless you.
God bless you. Thanks for joining In Pursuit with Pastor Bill and me, Denise. We hope you will tune in next Thursday at noon as the pursuit continues. In Pursuit is a production of WAJC, Your Life Radio, on 88.1 and 91.7 FM. WAJC is owned and operated by Maranatha Assembly of God in Forest Lake, Minnesota. The opinions expressed here are not necessarily those of the owner.